Hey everybody, Goat here. Welcome to Goat and Hog's Guide on Diablo 3. This is the first video in the guide, and it will cover the basic stats for your character and how those affect things. And what you want to do here in the game, I'm just going to bring up the character sheet. It is the back button on the Xbox controller. I think it's select on the PlayStation. I honestly don't have one, so I don't know, but you should be able to figure that out pretty quick. It's not one of the regular buttons. What you have here, you can see at the bottom, just below my character portrait there, or I'm spinning them around. You can see that I have a strength of 150, a dexterity of 52, an intelligence of 44, and a vitality of 83. Those are the four main stats that you'll find in this game. Those main stats affect a whole lot of different parts of the game, so I want to cover those real quick. Starting with the strength, and what that does, it adds 1 point of armor for every point of strength, and that goes for all characters. Now on barbarians, that is what's called their primary stat, so every point of strength adds 1 more % of damage that they're doing. So essentially more strength equals more damage because that is their primary stat. And as I said, all characters will gain 1 armor for every point of strength you have. So we'll move over then next to, the next one over is dexterity, and that adds to your dodge chance, and it's kind of a sliding scale. The more you have, the less effect it gains. You'll see that as you get higher. If they didn't do that, you'd become able to dodge everything with very little dexterity, and or with your massive dexterity for dexterity-based characters. And if they didn't do that, then you'd need lower levels would need so much dexterity that dodging would become almost irrelevant. Also, it is the primary stat for demon hunters and monks. So demon hunters and monks, they want to stack dexterity. It adds 1% damage for each point of dexterity for those two classes. Next over we have intelligence, and that adds 0.1 to all your resistances, and resistances are what keep you from taking damage. They're called elemental resistances, and that is like fire, poison, cold, lightning. The more resistance you have, the less damage you take from those types. And if you're a witch, doctor, or wizard, basically the two magic classes, it would make sense, of course, they get 1% damage bonuses to that, and that is their primary stat. The next one over is vitality, and that is your life, essentially. Under level 35, this one's a little goofy. Under level 35, it adds 10 points of life per point of vitality. Once you hit level 35, it gives you your level minus 25. So at 35, it's still giving you 10 for 1 point. But once you scale all the way up to 60, it's going to be giving you 35 points of life per point. So again, that allows you to do endgame things where a little vitality goes a lot farther for you. Now, what you'll want to do, basically, the basics of things is to look at those stats, and with your character, most people would say, you want to stack on your primary stat as much as possible, and then balance out how much int and vitality and strength you need to flesh out the rest of your character. And you'll do that through all your loot collection. And everybody loves picking up loot, so that is the main part of the game. So just keep an eye on what loot you're picking up. And in our next video, we will actually cover the loot system and how that all works, and that will give you a little more info on that. So check out the next video. There should be a link here right near the end. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in this video in the comments down there, and we will help you out as best we can. And enjoy the rest of the series.